in cricketing stuff. Who waits ahead and wait for that? Yes, Sandeepan Girish.
Okay, Dan Vittori was here and he given us an indication that Australia might reinforce the follow-on. So the way the number 10 and 11 batted and how much of a morale booster this has been for the entire team.
Yeah, it's very good to see when the lower order chips in and scores runs. That's something that we discuss a lot in our meetings, and the bowlers work really hard on their batting as well. And so yeah, it's really good to see that they could go there and get that little partnership and avoid the follow on. Makes a huge difference. Knowing that there's a bit of rain around and so much of the game has been lost to rain. We need to find a way to stay in the game, and I think Akash and Bumrah did that at the end, and so good way to end the day for us.
Rahul, first of all, when it was 213 for 9, what was the mood in the camp and what you guys were expecting Rakasdeep and Bumrah to do the job for you?
Yeah, at that stage I was thinking more about going and padding up and trying to go back to bat, probably. You don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if they would have enforced the follow-on, so I was thinking about what I need to do with my batting. But like I said, it's always nice to see your bowlers going out there, scoring some runs. They really put in the work in the nets. They work really hard. And when it mattered today, I'm happy that they could really play some shots and very exciting shots. And it was a great contest at the end, the last half an hour when they batted. That part, not just the runs that they got, just the heart that they showed to keep away the bouncers. There's a lot of pace and bounce in the wicket, so to get behind the ball, defend really well, leave the ball, hit some nice shots is really good. Will give them confidence and will give us as a group a lot of confidence.
Just when Akashdeep and Bumrah were closing in on the follow-on, there were a couple of messages sent out. What were, if you could, were you aware of what was the communication from the team to them? Anything you could share?
Yeah, it's very simple that try and get those runs, and don't have to try and do it with a boundary. You can still knock it around, get those singles, because they spread the field, so the singles were there to be taken. So just to stay a bit more patient, because we saw just before the message went out, Akash tried to, I don't know where he tried to hit it, but he tried to hit a boundary. So just a message to calm it down and see if they can get 5 or 6 singles and get the follow on.
Now to that, talk about how it was sort of new ball delivering. So just your approach in those first 15, 20, 30 overs, as opposed to your partners. What is it that you did differently from the ones apart from giving the ball? And how is it that it can percolate through the ranks to the top level?
I think, I'm quite certain that everybody has their own set plans and they're clear with what they need to do. You also need to have a bit of luck as a top order batter. Just a little bit that goes your way. If you can get through those first 10-15 overs and get a bit of confidence, then you start feeling good and you start enjoying playing with the Kookaburra ball, with the pace and bounce here in Australia. And if you look at all our batters, everyone enjoys playing on fast bouncy wickets. We don't mind it. So it's just about getting through those first 20-30 balls for everybody, and everyone's trying their best to do that. And it's a long series, so we played 3 games, 5 innings now, so I'm sure everyone will go back and come up with their own plans in the next time we bat or in the next couple of games. I don't think there's anything different. The only thing you can do in the first 30 overs is to tighten up your defense, try and respect that the first 30 overs is the bowler's time, and give them their time, leave balls, try and play as tight as possible, and then really try to cash in on the once the ball gets older. So that's my plan, and that's pretty simple, and I'm sure that's the plan for everybody. For some people it works on a given day, for some it doesn't, so we'll all come back again in the next innings and try harder.
How important is leaving the ball to you as an opening batter? Because even in Brisbane, a good length ball was kind of kicking up, you got hit in the how important is leaving the ball to your innings in the winning progress?
Yeah, very important. I mean, not just for me, for any openers on both sides. It's just we've seen even in Adelaide when in the night when McSweeney and Labuschagne kept played really well in those 10-15 overs. They just kept leaving balls of a good length. That's a good thing about playing here in Australia. If you get used to the pace and bounce, you can trust the bounce and you can leave balls on bounce, and that's something that they showed us in the last game, and they did that really well. Yeah, so for me, I mean, it's as important. Like I said, it's something that you have to do when you travel overseas and when you're playing quality fast bowlers. You have to respect the first 20-30 overs. You have to respect if the ball's moving. You have to give it to the fast bowlers and just soak in that pressure and wait for your time to score runs. You have to earn the right to score runs in overseas conditions, and that's something that we've spoken about a lot, and we'll try and do it again.
Sorry, we'll be able to take only 2 more questions. Sahil.
Rahul, Jasprit Bumrah yesterday spoke about the different challenges for bowlers which they face in the 3 venues. So as a batter, you were starting the first test, then the ball color change, now this test. Were there any specific changes you had to make between the innings to your batting or to your approach? And how challenging does it get for an opening batter when you have more than 10 rain breaks and you come and take fresh guard again? So you just talk about the mindset and approach for those rain intervals and the changes, if any, you have made from venue to venue and the ball color change.
From venue to venue, I mean, not so far at least, because I feel like Perth and Brisbane were quite similar in terms of how much pace and bounce the wickets had. So I've had a pretty simple plan for these 2 grounds. Yes, for the pink ball, I'd mentioned in the press con before the pink ball test that we were finding it a little hard to pick it up from the bowler's hand, and it was getting to you much quicker than the red ball, and there was no visual cue as a batter. You try and see and pick up any cues that you can from how the bowler is holding the ball or which way the seam is pointed. With the pink ball, that wasn't possible. So I really struggled with picking the pink ball. So yeah, I tried to, when things are hard like that, you try and see how you can put the pressure back on the bowler. Try to move in your crease or try and change guard, try and stay ahead or behind, whatever works in that moment. There's no set plan for that. In the moment, if you feel like you need to make some changes, you try and do it. And I did that with the pink ball. But now once I've come here again, gone back to basics and try and play close to the body, leave balls, the basics. I can't make up anything new and tell you. And yeah, rain breaks were very frustrating. I think I got most tired running up and down from the dressing room more than being in the middle. Yeah, but it was a challenge. I mean, it wasn't easy for us. I'm sure it wasn't easy for them as well to keep going on for a couple of overs, go back, sit in the dressing room, change again, come back. So it was a frustrating day for both teams. But yeah, it is what it is.
Sorry, this will be the final one.
How important is Jadeja in these sort of situations when you're moving these runs? He's delivered so many times, and what did you make of his performance? Was it so important to getting you that point where you get the problem?
Yeah, he was brilliant today, and he has been brilliant batting down the order for us for many years. That's what we expect of Jadeja, and he's proven that he can do this, and he's done this for so many years. So really happy that firstly I could stitch a partnership with him when he came in. It was really needed at that stage, and then he went on to score 70-80 runs with the tail, which was, every run today was crucial for us just to get past that follow on firstly and see how much or how many runs we can put on board. So he made that possible, and yeah, he's a very experienced guy. He's played there for so many years, so he understands exactly what he needs to do and how he needs to perform and get runs for the team at that stage. Often it's only Jadeja's bowling that's spoken about, but I think he's been a great performer even with the bat. He has a really solid technique, and I enjoy batting with him. I enjoy watching him play and